So we just finished putting up a JamPlay versus Justinguitar comparison article, and I hadn't really looked around to see what else was up, see if anybody else had addressed this particular comparison. But the only one it looks like is Tyler Stokes, who runs Voicesinc. And if you look back a few videos, I put up a video just talking about his comparison of guitar tricks and Justinguitar, which I thought was really unfair to Justin Sandercoe. And this article, comparing it to JamPlay, which is another paid program, is essentially the same. What he's trying to do is tell you that Justinguitar is not as good because it's free and not really free. And then he's trying to funnel you into a JamPlay membership with an affiliate sale. And like I said before, I don't have a problem with affiliate sales. We partner with JamPlay too. But my suspicion of Tyler Stokes is that he doesn't really play guitar and he doesn't really use these programs. You know, the first thing I notice is that Justinguitar, he writes it wrong. It's not spelled wrong, but the space isn't there, and the G would be lowercase. It's one word. So it just makes me think there's a general unfamiliarity there with the programs that he's talking about. And I'll just go through a little bit of this. He says, things on the internet are never totally free, and so these so-called free lessons are never as good. That's just not true. I mean, I've used JamPlay thoroughly. I've used Justin Sandercoe's site thoroughly, and they're both good. They're just good for different things. I've said that before. I've pointed out that the decision you make between, you know, a paid program and a free program, when it's, in particular when it's Justinguitar, you're not gonna, it's gonna depend more on your skill level and less on the price. But Justinguitar is totally free. It's a great place to start. I always recommend beginners start there, and then as they, you know, maybe progress and want something more, or they want to go a little bit deeper, they can get into programs like JamPlay or even Guitar Tricks or whatever. But the idea that things on the internet are never totally free, yeah, that's not really true. A lot of stuff is totally free. That's kind of the beauty of the internet there, Tyler. I think you're oversimplifying that. And then this sentence just doesn't make any sense to me. If you think it's expensive to hire a professional to do the job, wait until you hire an amateur. Well, holy smokes, like if Justin Sandercoe is not a professional teacher and guitar player, then I don't know who is. I mean, like, he could absolutely teach on some of the paid sites. He just does fine with his own. And this is just kind of more of the same from Tyler. He goes on to talk about how, you know, you're going to end up buying DVDs, you're going to end up buying books. And I mean, that might be the case. And of course, that's a great way to support Justin Sandercoe if you want to, but his site is still free to use. You don't have to buy the DVDs, you don't have to buy the books. I mean, to be honest, you could spend a ton of time on his site before feeling like you had to buy anything. And then of course he kind of does a big oversell of JamPlay, and and he you know, tries to funnel you into their free trial here. You notice he doesn't put a single, I don't think he does. Let's see, does he put a link to, no, like not a single link to Justinguitar, like absolutely nothing. And that's just kind of crappy, because it's a good program, and I think if he wanted to help people who are coming to this page, he would link to both, and he would say, hey, Justinguitar is good for this type of thing, and JamPlay is good for these other things. It just depends on where you're at. But just so you understand why I take time to talk about this, and why I don't really think that Tyler Stokes is super qualified to be writing about music education, I want to just go to his website real quick. So he runs this website. It's called Stokes SEO. We go down a little ways, and there's a boy right there. You know, seems like a nice enough guy, but this is kind of what he does. And you know, I don't have a problem with SEO. We do SEO. Everybody who owns a website does. But he runs an agency, and This guy, I don't really think knows a whole lot about any of this. You see here that he doesn't use his full name. He just says Tyler S. And I think that taking music advice from a fellow who specializes in this type of sort of salesy kind of, certainly not unethical that I would say, but maybe a little bit in the sense that you're just underselling the free option, which is really good and could help people, in favor of overselling the paid option, which is also really good, but might not be ideal for everybody. So I'm going to link to my comparison. We just kind of put the two programs side by side, and we give some grading and some ratings and stuff like that. But really, what this is going to do is give you an idea of where Justinguitar is stronger and or where JamPlay is stronger. It's also a good way to kind of compare the two and just see what would work better for you. And we've linked to both. I've linked to the JamPlay free trial in the description of this video. I've linked to Justinguitar site as well. Whichever one works for you, check them out. Like I said, stay away from this type of thing. This is not good advice. Period. He should take this down. He should rewrite it. He should, maybe just stick to this type of thing and not pretend to be some kind of music guru. So that's my rant. Hope it helps.